Hi guys, it's Rochelle. I'm back with a new video. I want to talk through how we plan our Florida vacation. A lot of people do this differently, but this is how we do it. We do not stay on Disney property. I've been 3 times with Adam's family, and during them 3 times we've never stayed on Disney property. We've always stayed in a villa, and this is how we start planning. So the first thing we do is we constantly check the flights. So a good website to check the flights are Skyscanner UK, and you just type in the dates that you want to go. So for this example, I've put in for November this year, and the flights are pretty cheap actually. I'm quite surprised. But yeah, if they're around the 500 mark, that's usually a really good price for the flights. I've seen lots of YouTube videos and a lot of people fly with Virgin, and the good thing about Virgin is that drinks, dinner and movies are all included in the flight. However, saying that, we have never flown with Virgin. We've always flown with Thomas Cook. I don't know why. It must be because the flights are cheaper at the time we want to go, and we always just go with Thomas Cook. We've never had a problem with Thomas Cook so far. The flight is really nice inside. It's just basic really, and it gets you there for as cheap as possible. You can have your meals included. I think it's £10 per head, and the food you get throughout the flight is pretty decent. It's not too bad, and you do have to pay for drinks, so it depends what you want for your flight really. Virgin is a good one. I've never been again with them, but it's really good. It's just, if you want an all-inclusive package, like with luggage, drinks, flights, dinner, whatever, go with Virgin. I think you can get air miles as well, so if you are planning to go to Florida numerous times throughout the next 5 years, say for example, you clock up some air miles and then you get discounts again when you go and book with them again. Thomas Cook on the other hand, I don't think has air miles. I'm not too sure, but Thomas Cook is really good for just getting you their basic package, get there, done, bish bash bosh basically. Yeah, so they're pretty cheap, Thomas Cook, and you can search for their flights on here. And again, here's an example. I've put in the same date, and it's £239 per person to get there, and it's about the same to get back. So yeah, make sure you check Skyscanner and Thomas Cook, depending on what you want. So the next thing, after you've booked the flights, you're thinking about where you want to stay. As I said, we never stay on Disney property. I think staying on Disney property would bankrupt us. So we go and get a villa instead, and the villas are pretty decent. Like, we haven't stayed in a bad villa yet, and a good website to check the villas are orlandovillas.com. And Orlando Villas have like basically all your needs. You could choose 3-bed, 4-bed, 3-bed, you know, and 2 bathrooms, 3 bathrooms. Depends how many are going with you. We normally travel as a family of 5. We have travelled as a family of 6 on the first trip I went, and the villa was massive. It catered well more for what we needed. It was beautiful actually. It was such a nice villa. So if you just put in here like where you want to stay, bedrooms, so if you wanted 5 bedrooms, how many guests, it lets you can have up to 16 people apparently. So if you have a massive group of yous going, then a villa is your best bet, because if you go with Disney, you're paying for a price per person, so I believe, as I've checked in the past, whereas with a villa you pay a set price and that's for everybody. So maybe like a cheap deal for us would be, I think, about £600 per family per week. That is pretty decent, I think. Whereas on Disney property, I've seen it's like £1,000 per person. But again, I've seen other YouTubers do Disney World packages with their travel agents, so I'm not too sure like how they get good deals, because whenever I look, it looks like it's gonna kill me with money, man. and I need all the money I can get so I can spend it on loads of stuff that I want to bring back. So that's not a good thing for me. The only problem with having a villa is that you're gonna have to get a rental car. It's absolutely imperative if you stay in a villa, I think, because apparently, not that I've used it, but the Orlando transport is absolutely rubbish, so I've heard. So it depends what you want. If you want to stay in that Disney bubble and just be in Disney, then fair enough, stay in the Disney property. Whereas we will stay in the villa. I think staying actually on Disney property would actually be sort of constrained and quite restrictive in the planning that we do. We never stick to Disney at all. We always like to go and venture out at other places. So it depends on what you love and what you want to do. But and again, this is just how we do it, so I don't want to give like false information or offend anybody, but it's just what you want at the end of the day. Disney, I mean, like another reason why we don't like staying on Disney property is because you feel, this is going to sound so bad, but by the end of the holiday, and if you've hit the Disney parks every single day, you do actually get sick of it, and it's not as special as what it was the first time you went. That's just me. I'm holding my hands up and admitting the truth. I know other people will not want to say that sort of stuff, but that's the truth really. Because I remember on the last trip I went to Magic Kingdom 4 or 5 days in a row and I was absolutely sick to death of it. Like, I know people are gonna like just think, oh, she's so ungrateful, she's been at Disney World for God's sake, paid all that money and you get sick of it. But it's the truth, I'm just speaking the truth, I'm not gonna lie or anything like that. So yeah, stay in a villa if you think you're gonna get sick of all the Disney niceness. That's my recommendation. So yeah, you've decided on your villa, you've got it booked for your dates. Next thing you need to do is your transport. So we always hire a car, and a good website for this is uscarhire.com. And this year we're hiring 2 cars. So we get one big family car usually for all of us to fit in, so we can go around all the parks, Disney, Universal, Discovery Cove, SeaWorld. You get the gist. But when you don't get a rental car, as I said, the public transport is absolutely rubbish. So you might have a hard time getting around. However, staying on Disney property, the transport and the bus system is inclusive. But again, to my knowledge, I don't think they provide like a bus to Universal or a bus to wherever you want to go. So you've got to put that into perspective on what you want. As I said, we're getting 2 cars this time. We've got the family car, and then me and Adam are renting a car for a week. So that's to say if me and Adam want to go to Universal for another day, but family members are too tired to do that or just want to chill in the pool and stuff, then me and Ad can just nip out and do what we want. So that's going to be exciting. But again, Adam's quite nervous about driving in Florida, but we've checked all the like tips and stuff like that, and we're just going to have to get on with it really. And this website provides tips and tricks and how the UK driving laws are different to theirs, such as how you can turn right on a red light and all that sort of stuff, whereas in the UK you can't do that. So we're sort of like knowledging and geeking up about it, just so we don't get anything wrong. And yeah, it's going to be an experience, but I plan to vlog everything in the Florida trip this time, so yeah, you'll see how we get on. So yeah, hiring a car for a week for us, a small car, GPS included, the insurance and everything, was about 220 quid. Again, it depends on the expenses. What do you want to spend your money on? Do you want to spend your money on other things, or do you want to save a bit of money use the Disney transport if you're staying on property, and spend your money on other things. We like the freedom, so we're going to go with the car option every time. So you've got your flights, you've got your villa booked, you've got your rental car sorted. The next thing you want to do is actually do the planning of the 2 weeks, 3 weeks you're there. This time we're going for 2 weeks and 6 days, just short of 3 weeks. So we definitely want to do Disney, that's a must. We definitely want to do Universal, that's a must. And now we've actually put a new tradition in where we do Discovery Cove as well. So where we buy our tickets from, because we don't stay on Disney property, we won't get magic bands, so we buy our tickets externally. And a good website for this is FloridaTix.com, and this is this website here. And they do really good deals, like really good deals. So the Disney World tickets you can see are here, and you can get 14 days for the price of 7. Universal's the same. You can now get the 3-park Explorer ticket now. A couple of months ago this was 227 quid. That was predicted before Volcano Bay's date was announced, its opening date, and it's just gone down to £219. So we spend like every other day at the park. Our Universal days are quite shorter because the parks aren't that as big as Disney parks. So I was thinking, should we just get day tickets when we get there? Blah de blah de blah. But however, when the rest days are coming, and if we get bored of just like lazing around in the villa, I doubt it, but you never know what you feel like that day. My mood's always all over the place anyway. But so I've ordered the 2-week Explorer ticket for the Universal 3-park Explorer, and that's going to be great because it gives me the option of going when I want to go, how I feel that day, if I fancy more Universal than more Disney. Yeah, that's great. So then you can also get your Discovery Cove tickets. We don't usually get them from here, we normally just book through the Discovery Cove website. It's an excellent day if you just want to relax, chill, get the weight off your feet. I mean, your feet are bloody killing by the end of the 2-3 weeks you've been there from walking everywhere. Discovery Cove is amazing. You get to swim with the dolphins for a little extra. For a little extra money you can swim with the dolphins, but if you don't, you can just laser about in the lazy river. You can also swim under a saltwater lagoon, and you can go and swim with the fishes and snorkel. It's brilliant, and it's just such a relaxing day. I highly recommend Discovery Cove because they only let about 1,300 people in per day, so it's not like it's going to be massively crowded. We usually go to Florida in off-peak season. However, this time we are going in peak season, so the tickets for Discovery Cove prices actually are more expensive than when we went previously. And speaking of times of when to go to Florida, I suggest the off-peak seasons because then the wait time for the rides are lower, there's less people there. So it's going to be a different experience for us when we go in June, so we'll keep you updated on that. And as I say, we're planning to vlog the whole experience so you can get to see what it's like in June, July period. I'd recommend going to Disney at maybe April, May time, say before spring break or after spring break. And I'd also suggest going late October, early November, as I suggest that would be the quieter periods before Christmas and Halloween's just ending. I would like to go in January, February time as well. That would be a good time to go, as I think the queues and everything would be quite small. But yeah, I'm quite a bit apprehensive about going in June because it's peak season and I think there's going to be a lot of people there, and also it's going to be red hot, so me and getting sweaty is like the worst thing ever, but I'll power through. It's all good. So once you've got your tickets, we then get our Excel spreadsheet up and start planning our days. If it opens. So we start planning our days via Excel. Microsoft Excel solves everything. So what we do, we just put the days on the side, and then morning, afternoon, evening, and that's how we do it. So the pink is when me and Ad have our own car. The green days are what we can do whatever we want, what we feel, like say if we want to go to Universal again, we can go here. If we want to go to the malls or the shops, then we can go here, etc, etc. And because, again, as I say, we're going in June, it's going to be red hot, I think. So I've put parks every other day so we're not burning ourselves out. However, I have realised that I do have SeaWorld and Animal Kingdom together, but SeaWorld is usually a relaxing day. I've never been there where it's so busy that I can't cope, and they've only got a few rides anyway, so I've put them two together just to spread it out a little bit. But yeah, I'm not going to go through this whole itinerary at the moment, it's just a sneak peek, but that's the final product. I'll go through with it next time with you. And yeah, we colour code everything so we know what's what. So that's that. And whilst you're trying to whilst you're trying to plan your Excel itinerary, it's a brilliant suggestion, as when we go to Florida we take a massive A3 printout and stick it on the fridge so we know exactly what we're doing. But whilst we're planning the itinerary, we use crowd calendars to sort of plan the park days. However, this has been a difficult time to do it this time because, as I say, June's going to be quite hectic and it's peak season, so most of the crowd calendar days are actually pretty high crowds. So I've just picked as best as I could, and a good website to do this on is undercovertourist.com, and they have crowd calendars for throughout the years, throughout the months and the years, even as we've gone up to 2018 here, and they tell you just what's going on in the parks on that day. So yeah, let's have a look. See, June, all red, higher crowds, but it still gives you, like, the green tick means that it's a good day to go to this park. The exclamation mark means that it's not a good day to go. But it also gives you some, like, the opening hours of the parks, how long they're open, if there's extra magic hours. So that might not be a good day to go because all the Disney Resort guests would want to go that day because it's open for extended periods for them. And yeah, it's just really insightful. It also gives you a historical sort of temperature that day, so yep, it's gonna be 90s at least. So yeah, me and hot weather aren't really good, but as I say, I'll power through it, it's all good. So yeah, definitely use these crowd calendars, and we always use Undercover Tourist. It's great. So guys, this was my quick overview of how we plan our Florida trip. I hope you enjoyed it. I've went through it quite fast, even though it's taken like a 20-minute long video, but again, I hope you enjoyed it and I hope it's helped some of you for the future. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I'm happy to respond to anything you have any queries about. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Please subscribe to my channel for more Disney World planning videos. I'm planning to do some more with regards to how I've done my itinerary, what reservations I have at Disney World, etc, etc, and maybe what I put in my park bags, what I pack, anything like that. So I hope you enjoyed it anyway, and I'll see you next week for a new video. Thank you for watching. Bye.